The air out here's a damn sight better than in Fort Joy, eh?
Ivan begins counting on his fingers and muttering.
43, give or take.
Ivan nods ruefully and barks a laugh.
It's not a competition. It's... What else do you want to know?
Ivan shrugs off his backpack and reaches into its depths. After rummaging around, he holds out a tattered page.
Have a read of my contract and find out. The air out here's a damn sight better than in Fort Joy, eh?
Ivan salutes right back, then grabs you.
Truth be told, I couldn't have done it without... But you know, the contract's not complete until you hand it in. So I'm not putting my feet up just yet.
Ivan looks at you askance. Then he wipes tears from his eyes and stutters to speak, but he can't stop laughing enough to...
Oh, she was a fine one. You see there, she writes like a cottage innocent. But she wrote that whole book to cover her tracks, so nobody would look for the missing gold anywhere near her. She never even met Roost, though she paints...
And with that, he's laughing uncontrollably again, waving you away with both hands.
Now that my contract is fulfilled, I say we get the hell off this island. Me too. Best damn friend.
He whistles, and the shaggy wolf appears by his side, panting in that way that makes wolves look like they're laughing. The wolf whines.
Afrid's no pet. He don't take kindly to strain. Afrid's been howling at my side a long time now. Good old boy appears anytime I use sauce. You should have seen him rampage on the day that... If you'd seen that, you'd know to keep your fingers as far from his jaws as you could.
Ivan nods.
The ring just got tighter. A lot tighter. It's loose. Get off me and stay off.
An old elf's pained gaze passes between the crucified. Anger bubbles within him.
Dear ones, not like this. Not like this. Not like this. They're as good as my family. But I cannot heal them. I cannot heal them. So much pain. But they're still inside. They're true souls. Uncorrupt. And yes, I know full well what they'll become. And I know full well they'd rather die 1,000 deaths than be used in such ways. I can't. Stay away from shriekers if you want to live. I know not how much longer my friends here have. You must help us wage our war, that peace may be, that peace may...
Oh, shite. I figured it was only a matter of time. I'm ready to pay the price. That's not for me to say. If you must kill me, then kill me. No. I owe Alexander everything. If I die, I die.
Glory is mine!
Let's go.
Malady grabs the vessel with 2 hands and pushes it into the water.
God-woken. Wait till she finds out.
Salty water wets the gauze in which you're wrapped. The bright sunlight seeps into your bones. The boat bobs forward through the water, and Fort Joy shrinks behind you.
Tired but victorious, the party made for the Lady Vengeance. The horrors of Fort Joy behind them. They arrived as sorcerers. They left as God-woken. The fate of this God-forsaken world now rested on their shoulders. Or at least, on the shoulders of one of them.
Looking down at your robes, you see they're damp with blood and the ocean's spray. In the distance, Fort Joy looms.
How the wind moves their hair. If only they were alive to feel it.
Don't stand between a prince and his principles. The Magisters learned that the hard way.
I've no sympathy for those who die in the line of duty, especially as odious a duty as those dead Magisters held. Onward now. The sooner Fort Joy disappears from the horizon, the better. Perhaps the Seekers need help manning the ship.
The squirrel looks around the boat, chittering excitedly.
Junk.
Pray that they may find rest. Don't go any further, Godwoken. We need you alive. The ship won't sail. We had orders to search every corner of it and figure out what's blocking us. It's hewn from elven livewood. I thought I could communicate with it.
She glances over towards a smouldering pile of ash on the deck nearby.
That was Brendan. When the ship wouldn't answer my call, he touched the figurehead, and it attacked him, without warning. He burned, like he was made of parchment. Nothing. The ship is livewood, that much is clear. But I couldn't communicate with it. The Magisters must have done something, warped it somehow. I just don't know what...
Her eyes flick over to the smouldering ashes once again, her head held at a
Thank you. We were held captive together on this ship. He kept my spirits up. Just remember what I said, Godwoken. If you die, then this was all for nothing.
Spare me, Gareth. We got what we came for. This is what success looks like.
I won't see them tossed overboard. Not here. We'll hold a proper service.
What's his face and so would want us to get this ship sailing before all else. They died for those Godwoken, after all.
You know their names, Malady. Can't you even pay them that much respect?
Gareth inhales sharply, then catches you out of the corner of his eye and smiles, barely.
Our guest Spurs. Welcome, Godwoken. Glad to see you safely aboard.
Very glad indeed.
Too many.
One too few, actually. Alexander, he's alive. Apparently, you didn't hit hard enough.
He's in the hold below decks. Unconscious, but alive. Question him. Someone has been hunting your kind, and Alexander fancies himself the only Godwoken worthy of ascending. Nothing here. As far as we know, you may even be the last still alive. If Alexander is guilty, he'll face justice. Yes, we certainly had better, but the ship won't move.
She's mute. We need to free her tongue. Quite expedient, isn't it? Dallas seems to have made a ship out of an ancestor tree, then found a way to bind the spirit within. That means only she can control it, unless we can find a way to break the bond. Go ahead and try. Maybe a pure breed will have better luck than I did.
We have to set sail.
But whatever you do, hurry it up. The longer we sit here, the higher the chance the Order will get their hands on you.
We won't let that happen.
Yes, yes, and all that.
The Seekers, the survivors of us, have been combing the ship from bow to rudder. It hasn't been easy.
These Seekers have such a limited skill set.
We lost a man in the search. Malady might not appreciate that, but I do. And I hope you do too.
I'm sure the Godwoken will be able to get the ship moving. I can't like to feel useful.
There has to be.
Hopefully, you'll never have to find out.
The ship creaks beneath you. Somewhere on board, there must be a way to get it moving.
Must be some way to get this ship moving. There has to be.
It would be unfortunate to come so far, only to lose a leg to some primitive trap.
There's more to this ship than meets the eye. We're not out of the woods, just...
Void Slayer, Worm Killer, Godwoken. You have many names. Let's add ship's captain to the list once we get this thing moving. Undead is a name I wasn't expecting to call you, mind. When Malady revealed the truth to me, I was unprepared. But Lucian works in mysterious ways. It is his will that brought you to us. I won't let the fallen be forgotten. I'd be no better than Dallas, no better than Alexander, if I just tossed their remains into the sea. To think that whelp spawned from greatness. He deserves no better fate than his silent monks. All this blood, children ripped from families, seekers ripped from me. He's down there now, guarded like some precious jewel, rather than leashed and flogged like the dog he is. Amazing to think those of us in the Order once assumed the gods were with him, and only him. That was before we found the others. Other Godwoken. When Lucian died, we waited, and waited some more. Alexander never rose to divinity. Then we weren't the only ones who noticed either. Not every Godwoken we found was alive. And we found Godwoken, housed them, fed them. I loved them like family. But let's leave the past in the past and reach for what's ahead. The Divine is the avatar of all the gods, my friend. It was through his spirit, and maybe one day yours, that the Seven do speak. You may not speak to him directly, but he is always guiding you. In this, you must trust me. She's not exactly a seeker. She's not exactly an elf either. Half demon, Meister Siva says, and I don't doubt it. I don't know how Siva came to know her, but Malady's a proper ally. She's not easy to like, but there are times I admire her coldness.
Gareth fingers the hilt of his blade. He stares at nothing in particular before turning his gaze back to you.
Driftwood, of course. Little fishing village. Not very welcoming, but you'll brighten it up, I'm sure. Got family near there. Not the adventuring types. For the best, really. Meister Siva's there too. My leader. Our leader. She held the Seekers together when we had every reason to fall apart. Think of her as a teacher. The powers of the Seven stir in you. She'll reveal them to you. Show you how to manipulate them. Keep Lucian close, Godwoken.
Our survival hinges on getting this ship moving, Godwoken. We are searching every corner.
Look who we have here. You were on the ship as well, weren't you? The one that sank. I wouldn't have bet time.
Something we're missing.
Ah, there you are. High time to stop gallivanting and resume our journey together, wouldn't you say? Off we go, then.
Nothing on any of the dead bodies. Maybe there's something below decks.
Welcome aboard. Yet you appear no worse for wear, dying to hear them. Meister Siva is one of a rare breed. We'd better not leave her waiting. She's a bit particular.
was just getting used. Ready. We probably...
Dallas's heart.
The silent monk leans forward slightly and stares at you straight in the eyes. She seems eager.
Rubbish. Boring.
The silent monk leans.
can't use this now.
Let's team up, you and me. What do you say?
He drags a comb through.
The lady's a sturdy old tub. Take a lot to sing.
This again.
How you doing? You creatures with your legs and arms and your opposable thumbs. You always want to steer the ship. You need to trust the ship. Bit dance. Talk to the figurehead if you don't believe me. That's always entertaining. For me, anyway.
It's still there, Quercus. Do you think it'll ever leave?
All that fighting will be worth less than nothing if we can't get this tub moving.
Melody says if we can get the ship to move, we can go home. Home!
here. Pretty nice boat, eh? There's got to be another way to get it going, but we can't find a way into Dallas's room. Maybe you can see something we can't.
Allies for hire. Speak to me if you're looking for hired help. I've got good fighters of every stripe. They know how to keep their mouth. Oh, I see you have a full contingent already.
A young woman shifts her weight between her feet, as though swaying her hip. Her eyes roll up to meet yours. Their great black pupils, greater and blacker than seem natural.
Hey, it's you. They told me you'd mosey your way down here eventually.
She bats her eyelashes coquettishly and winks. Greyish veins flash around her eye sockets, casting a cadaverous pallor to her face.
Pretty hot, right? What was your name again?
She wipes a grubby hand on her tunic and holds it out for you to shake.
Very, very. So, Malady tells me you're like me. Is it true? You're like me? Same here. It's so nice. Not what I was expecting, considering you know about my situation, right? Right. Well, I'm a host. Always have been, probably always will be. I'm never alone in my head. Spirits visit, wanderers, sprites, demons, ghouls, you name it, I've chatted with it behind my own two eyes. I'm only hosting one right now, though, and it's a real piece of work. Malady said I should have met one of the gods when I had my vision in the Hall of Echoes, but I didn't. I met it. I know, it's really... I don't know what this thing is, but I'm gonna get it the hell out of my head and make it sorry. What's your deal?
Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance.
You keep saying that. It won't save you.
I'm not even gonna ask. You know, I never was much of a solo artist. Want to find out what comes next, you know, together? Who said anything about otherworldly? Demons and brain ghosts are just as mundane as you or I. Sure, whatever suits you. Probably better for you in the end anyway. Anyway, see you around.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate for the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance. Enough!
What's this? I found something.
Whatever type of companion you need, I can provide. Expert warrior for hire. Seasoned in combat. Down.
This is no time for idle chit-chat.
power.
Magister Randy, Corker's mate for the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance.
Can't you...
The Seeker flexes her arms stiffly. Her joints audibly pop.
I owe you, Godwoken. Without your help, I'd likely still be a prisoner around here, not guarding Alexander.
She nods her thanks and immediately winces, laying her hand on the back of her neck.
No, they had us down below, chained up in the dark. But the Reds were up. Maybe it was just the lack of food and rest playing tricks. But I swear I heard chanting and horrible moaning coming from here. But when we broke free, it was empty. We're a big bloody target on our backs. We took their leader and their flagship. The Hammer won't stand for that. She'll be hunting for us.
The Seeker throws a toxic look at the imprisoned Magister.
Hardly. She's just some deckhand. If it were up to me, I'd tie her to the main mast and use her for arrow practice. But Malady wants her alive for now. I wish. No, the Magisters kept me chained to the bulkhead. Arms held above me head, feet barely able to touch the deck. Now my joints are paying the price. Good luck getting anything out of either of them. Our special guest is out cold, and the other one ain't in much of a talking mood. All right then, just... Hope you find something useful.
A young Magister paces around the brig, fussing over Alexander's unconscious form. She notices you observing her. She straightens her back and sets her jaw in a
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance. That's all the information I'm giving to any of you lot, so stow your questions. Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance.
The Magister pauses, takes a deep breath and...
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance. Ranley, Corker's mate, Lady Vengeance. Ranley, Corker's mate, Lady Bloody...
If it were up to me, you'd be swinging from the end
Get
of the
away
rope.
from him, sorcerer. That's the Divine. Prisoner or not, I swore an oath.
A young Magister paces around. She notices you...
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance. That's all the information I'm... I want nothing to touch you.
right where I want you.
Stand down, Magister! Stand down!
I'll yield to none.
Ivan grabs you by the sleeve, not hard, but insistent.
Let me work on him. I've got questions that need answers. Answers I can only get from him.
Ivan approaches Alexander, who lies flat on a bare wire cot. Though unconscious, Alexander's eyes are only half closed. His swollen jaw hangs open at an odd angle. Ivan grabs him by the jaw and shakes, violently. Alexander's face contorts with agony and his eyes flutter, yet he doesn't return to consciousness.
Why did you trigger the death fog before the elves had a chance to escape? Why? Why?
No matter how loud Ivan shouts his questions, there is no response from the unconscious Alexander. He reaches his arm back, and you realize he intends to punch Alexander in the face. As if waking from a dream, he turns to you, disoriented. Hesitantly, he drops his fist until it hangs loosely by his side. Sheepish now, he scratches the side of his head with...
You're right there.
With a nod, Ivan strides away. Bishop Alexander lies supine on a bare wire cot. Though unconscious, bruises swell beneath his eyes, and a shallow... Someone has wiped the bishop's hands clean and folded them neatly over his abdomen. They rise and fall in shallow, jagged swells. A beautiful six-sided gem rests on the bishop's chest, hung round his neck by an ordinary oiled rope. The gem sits heavily in your pouch. Bishop Alexander lies supine on a bare wire cot. Though unconscious, his eyes are only... The bishop's white robes are stained, bruises swell beneath his eyes. Someone has wiped the bishop's hands clean.
Whatever type of companion you need, I can...
There's got to be some clue. Dallas would have trusted someone with a secret, wouldn't she? Unless there's someone still inside.
The door seems like any door, at least at first. Then you notice it's unblemished wood. There is no knot, no scratch, no dent to detract from its apparent perfection. The wood groans and creaks. A face appears in the wood, tortured and tormented. A six-sided indentation is carved on its forehead. The face vanishes. The door remains closed. It seems you need more than a password to open it. The door seems like any door, at least at first. Then you notice it's unblemished wood. There is no knob. The wood groans and creaks. A face appears in the wood, tortured and tormented. A six-sided indentation is carved on its forehead. The face vanishes. The anguished face appears once more. It dips its forehead towards you and waits. A shudder of pleasure racks the figure in the door. It seems to breathe. All of a sudden, all anguish...
I am summoned. Speak the password. Yes, and yes again.
Price on the warriors I have for hire, but you can't put a price on the glory they'll win you.
Just one more moment, please.
He clicks together two halves of some type of gauntlet sitting in his lap and turns his full...
And there. Rescued at last, am I? To whom do I owe my thanks? I'm a prisoner, of course. Do you think I'd be sitting here calmly if I was a Magister holdout? That infernal Dallas woman left me trapped here, too weak to escape. It seems I'm in your debt. Dallas took a particular interest in me and my skills. I'm an expert in healing, crafting, and more arcane practices. She kept me here to do her bidding, until you took her flagship from right under her nose, it seems. Oh, yes. And she could be a most cruel mistress, I'm sad to report.
He extends his arm and pushes up the sleeve. Beneath, the skin is withered and discolored, as if it were magically decayed.
She used some form of domination device on me, forcing my hands to do her bidding, and I've ruined them in the process. Oh, cast spells, tinker with relics, meddle with the laws of nature. All the sorts of things power-hungry despots love to do.
He clicks the gauntlet into place around his withered forearm, his eyes on you the whole time.
But that damn contraption that she used on me seems to have fogged my memory. The rest is a blur. No! Necromancy is an unsavory practice, not something to be trifled with lightly. This is but a cunning illusion of my own creation.
His face abruptly creases into a smile.
But come now. Enough of Dallas and dead cats. You've taken this ship and granted my freedom. This is a happy moment. I'm afraid I cannot tell you what I do not remember. Could you pass me that copper wire just there?
He takes the copper with a nod of gratitude. His sleeve slips back, above his elbow. In its crook, you see part of a tattoo. A pattern of concentric circles rendered in black.
Perhaps my memory will come back with time. But for now, I'm afraid there's little more I can add. Dallas didn't tell me anything if she could avoid it, but I did overhear her practicing an ancient lizard dialect. That might ring a bell with you, might it? my thoughts exactly. Curious how Dallas would seek to learn such things, don't you think? Perhaps she left something behind to point to her intentions. Despite what she did to me, I can't help but admire the woman a little. She's... If you cross paths with her, be sure to break her. I doubt you will get and took it. No, I made it. Have you seen the kind of metalwork the Magisters deploy? This is in a different class to them.
Only one way to find out if it works. Try using it.
As I said, the Magisters left me weakened. But this will help give me the strength to carry on my work. Greetings. You must be another of the new arrivals. It seems I owe you all for my freedom.
He ceases tinkering with some kind of mechanism that lies in his lap.
I'm a monster. I click and clack as I stalk my prey. My tail rattles like I suffer. Don't touch me. My very being is a curse. Was Tarquin that wretch, that rat? I ate an ill mouse and passed in my sleep, and the brooding boar brought me back on a lark. Me miserable. Mumsy? Is she here? Mumsy, where are you? 'Tis I, Booply Bear. I am quite You? She sent...
The cat begins to purr and rub itself on your ankles.
Any friend to Mumsy is a friend to me. I believe the song is around here somewhere. The song, of course. Trouble not my weary mind with duncery.
The cat purrs, an eerie clicking sound.
Tell Mumsy to come back soon. Now that I am but bone.
An undead, eh? Why this vessel? But who am I to judge, eh? Why, I'm just happy to see a friendly face after being the Hammer's captive here for so long. I see no cause for alarm. I'm not some uneducated simpleton, you know. Took it? No, as I said, the Magister's left me weakened. But this, despite what she did to me, if you cross paths with her, be sure to break her. I doubt you will get... Alice took her. She kept me here to do her bidding. Until you took her flagship from right... I've offered my services for gold in the...
He extends his arm and pushes...
She used some form of domination device on me. Oh, cast spells, tinker...
He clicks the gauntlet into place.
That damn contraption that she used on me seems to fog trust me. Convenient is the last word I'd...
An unseen force yanks the copper out of your grasp.
Butterfingers? I'm afraid I truly can't remember anything. Now, unless I'm doing my utmost to be civil to you, under rather trying circumstances. Why must you push me like this? Well, you're painting me into a corner here, friend. And I don't like to be cornered.
If this one was enslaved by Dallas, then he could still be under her thrall. We can't risk keeping him around.
The Seekers are too trusting by half. We can't just let this healer go free.
He seems dangerous. Let's slit his throat.
Cornered!
yourself.
done!
Prepare yourself! I'll yield to none!
This is written in ancient lizard script. It appears to be a song.
What's this? I found something.
This is no time for idle chit-chat.
I found something.
Prepare yourself.
guards or victims?
Both, I fear. Another pyramid.
You saw what I could not. It seems Manady is quite right about you.
I won't be able to breathe easy until that island...
There you are. I was just... Please, don't.
Our entire mission will have been for nothing if we...
May the fallen rest easy in the Hall of Echoes.
I've got sword fighters, mages, archers, all willing to fight by your side if the price is right. Keep Lucian close, Godwoken.
May the fallen rest easy in the Hall of Echoes. Keep Lucian.
Be careful around the figurehead, Godwoken. We can't afford to lose you. Blessings to our fallen. Pray that they may find rest. Ter Sindelius, hear my prayer. Show us the way forward. Deliver us from peril. Sindelius, hear my prayer. Show us the way forward. Deliver us from peril. Ter Sindelius, hear my prayer. Show us the way forward. Deliver us from peril. pray to you for my seeker brethren. Show us the path to salvation.
Before you is a towering figurehead carved in the likeness of the deck beneath you groans and trembles, like the ship itself is awaking from a slumber. A deep sigh emerges, unmistakably the sound of a living being.
You are not the witch. You sang the song. Now you must decide my fate. Are you to be my new master? You are kind, but I can never be free again. Not truly. I am a vessel and must be guided. Let ask. I am here to serve in all ways.
The creaking of the ship eases into a contemplative silence.
Once, I was an elf. I passed away and was reborn as that time has passed. I saw that forest reduced to a dead place. Then
The sails overhead billow outwards suddenly. The sun is blocked, momentarily casting the dragon figurehead into shadow.
Majesties, they razed sacred elven lands and uprooted ancestor trees from the earth. They tore me apart. Of course, wherever there is sea, I will endeavor to...
The ship's awake. Good. Is she ready to sail? Dying to hear them. Meister Siva is one of a rare breed. She'd do anything in the name of a cause. And her cause, we'd better not leave her waiting. She's a bit particular. A place called Driftwood hosts a putrid fish. You'll probably find it quite comfortable.
The sea awaits. There is much to explore.
The ship is awake. We have to make... You did it.
I'll be damned to the void, but it looks like...
We sail for new shores. I just need to give Malady the go-ahead. Malady awaits my word. The ship is ours to guide.
There you are. I was just...
A slow, toothless smile stretches...
To Driftwood, then. It most certain... Forward.
With the sun on their backs and the wind in their sails, the God-woken watched Fort Joy shrink behind them. Of the Lady Vengeance had not gone unnoticed.
I respect your mettle, sorcerers. You steal my ship, kill my...
We are ready, mistress.
Yes, but are they?
I swear, mistress. I swear.
Very well. Show me. Goodbye, sorcerers. This is my ship. I won't see it taken from under my feet. Do act!
Yes, mistress.
Oh, for the love of the void. Listen up. We can't win this one, but I can get us to safety. You'll need to buy me time. Show us what you can do, Godwoken.
Godwoken? Parasites run.
I'll take care of it, mistress. Let's see how it suits you.
Stop that elf! Her sorcery must be silenced!
like lava flowing through me. I can't retain it for long.
take me again, Dallas.
do it!
Shall we? with the help of the half-demon malady. The Godwoken escaped through the veil that separates life from death.
The air here has a familiar smell, like the place you grew up. Old memories begin to well within you, but the sweet sour smell of decay suddenly punctures them. A faint creaking sounds in the distance.
Is that a tree? What's hanging from it?
Let's just find a way back to the ship.
Must be a way across.
Armadian. The Lords. How can this be?
Ever-tightening cursed branches constrict the great dwarven god Duna. His Ralik hangs limp from the tree, cursed branches constricting him, snake-like from his helmeted head hangs slack at his side. But a barely audible wheeze rasps. Hurry! Amadia hangs before you, her face cut and bruised, her chest barely moving. You think you see a tear run down her cheek. You lean in. That's no tear. It's sauce. The shimmering liquid is seeping from her. A small, stout imp winces under the... A small, stout imp winces under the countless cursed Tight coils wrap Tia Sendelius from head to foot. Cursed tendrils tighten around Zolstissa. Her lips are moved.
Begone. Begone from here. Ugh. Where is my champion?
Curse these snakes! Curse these binds!
The others too? Am I the first to wake? It doesn't matter. There is no time. You must leave this place. It's too dangerous.
Blessings be that you are here. Blessings be that they did not get you too. The forces of the king, they are everywhere. Please step carefully, child. Trust neither king nor pauper. Bacon, we may only trust in each other. And I do trust in you. That is why I chose you.
She pauses, looks over her shoulder and sees the others hanging from the tree, all but life.
Our brothers! Our sisters! This... perfect.
Soon the Seven will be nothing but morsels in the maws of the void.
I do not say this out of malice. I say my love for you, Vane. My love for these misguided fools would sacrifice this world to the very forces that saw us strung up like so. No, we are the only hope to save this world. You and I alone. But we must hurry. The king's minions are... As I hung from the tree, I had a vision. I saw Rivellon overrun by monsters. Void-woken creatures that destroy... They are his servants, and that is his threat. His promise. You can't let it happen. You have to stop him.
There was a time when you wielded tremendous power. You must search within yourself and unlock that power. You must ascend to divinity.
Once Lucian the Divine united the powers of the Seven against the Void, he led the people of Rivellon to glory. Now, Thane, you will do the same. But unlike Lucian, you will not fail.
White-hot cold pierces your heart like a blade. You are frozen to the spot. The burning cold pumps through you.
No, Lucian was weak. Lucian was mortal. You are neither.
Where is everyone?
You will rise. A God-woken must become divine, but we cannot trust these mortals. If we are to have a future, that God-woken must be you, Thane.
She starts to answer, but her eyes change, turning from their gentle glow to a dark shimmer. She looks up and gasps.
No, I see them. The servants of the king, the forces of the void. Fly, dear Thane!
White-hot cold pierces your heart like a blade. You are frozen to the spot. The burning ice pumps... The same troubled look is visible on each face. You've seen the gods beaten and defiled, strung up as a warning.
I had dreams of what I should say if I saw the Seven Lords once more. But that was a nightmare.
The gods are dead. Long live the God-woken. If the Seven should indeed come to nothing, I'll be ready to take their...
The Void has been pushed back before by the power of mortals. The gods couldn't handle it. But maybe we can.
Maybe she can get me out.
This place is strange. I cannot bear you away from here. You must find other means so that we can leave. The one who brought us here. The demon that wears the face of my kin. Only she can set the course back to the land of the living. She is here still. I can feel her. Death washed over me as we entered this place. I felt many lives extinguish in a single moment.
Destination pyramid doesn't answer the call. There's something blocking it.
People are going to perish. People are going to die, and I can't stop it. She'll do it now. She'll...
Where have you been? I can't keep this up much longer. We need to go. Brace yourself. This might hurt. A lot.
The chill of the Hall of Echoes clung to the Lady Vengeance as it returned to the shores of Reaper's Coast. The Godwoken were alive, but what of the gods?
Solid ground materializes beneath your feet. Your weight falls back into your body all at once, and as you look around, you realize you're still aboard the Lady Vengeance. A gust of fresh sea air caresses you, and warm sunshine...
One moment, please.
Malady explodes in a fit of retching that racks her body. At last, she sneezes and expels a glob of something shiny and silver onto the deck. It...
Better. Let's not do that again anytime soon, hmm? Well, we needed to escape, didn't we? So I took us the one place I was quite certain. I suppose you recognized the Hall of Echoes from those visions you'd had before. Realm of the dead, realm of divinity. I do hope you learned something useful on our little field trip. Desperate how? Oh. 1, spooky magic. 2, only half a demon actually. My mother was a bitter elf named Loda. 3, just a bit of leftover effluvia from the spell. 4, more than I can count. 5, something too horrible to mention by the light of day. And now that I've answered every question a sane person could conceive to ask of me in this moment, let's carry on. What did I see? So, your god seemed uncharacteristically frightened, told you the void was coming, and that only you could Well then, it sounds like you...
She inspects her fingernails with great attention. Then...
Did they mention how you were meant to become the next divine? Oh, what confidence you... Luckily for you, Mama Malady is here to help. We already know you can bless, but as far as I know, you can neither see source nor take it as you see fit. I may not know much about divinity, but I do know that any godwoken worth their salt will know you need to go see the Meister. Oh, she's got one of those things in Driftwood, you know, the building where people go and they do things inside of it. Home, that's it. She's got... Give me your map. There you are. You're at the beginning of a long journey, Godwoken. Long... Now, I must be going. And so must you. Shopping. Why, our faithful little sloop, of course. We can all ride together. Won't before you go... If I'm not back by the time you find out where our journey takes us next, you can call me back here. And in the unlikely case you don't manage to do whatever it is you'll need to do to become what you need to become, you could call me, but I would be...
It's still there. The squirrel reached...